And our fourth and final main topic today is this. Snoop D-O double G.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Lion.
Snoop Lion.
Snoopy. My boy Snoop Dogg.
Snoop producer.
It's been announced that he has his own biopic in the works. This is awesome, man. If you know anything about me, I'm not a fan of biopics. They all are very similar in a way and have a lot of the same things going on. I imagine this would be way different. God, I hope so. It's Snoop Dogg. but yeah, this is actually pretty exciting and pretty intriguing. There was an announcement some time ago that Snoop Dogg had created his own movie studio called Death Row Pictures, which is very interesting at the time. But now rolling out with this thing first seems like a brilliant idea. And also he has tapped the director for Menace to Society, which is a great movie with great direction, to direct this biopic. So yeah, we got this article here, guys, coming to us from Deadline. And what would be the first definitive biopic of the hip-hop star and pop culture icon? Universal Pictures is developing a film about the life of Snoop Dogg. The film marks the first project under Snoop's newly formed Death Row Pictures, with Alan Hughes on board to direct and Joe Robert Cole set to write the script. Snoop will produce along with Hughes and Sarah Remaker. And then we have a quote here from Snoop himself that says, quote, "I waited a long time to put this project together because I wanted to choose the right director, the perfect writer, and the greatest movie company I could partner with," which is funny, right? Because this is that could understand the legacy that I'm trying to portray on screen and the memory I'm trying to leave behind, Snoop said. "It was the perfect marriage. It was holy matrimony, not holy macaroni." Thank you, Snoop Dogg. We needed that in our lives, the holy macaroni thing. We haven't heard that in years. We appreciate you. But yeah, yeah, like I said, this is pretty exciting news. This will be the first pick to come from Snoop Dogg's Death Row Pictures, like I said, which is a hell of a way to kick this off. I believe is partnered with Universal. So Universal will probably be the main distributor of this biopic. But yeah, and it looks like I forgot that he had purchased Death Row Records like at the beginning of the year, and that's when he had formed the Death Row Pictures. But yeah, it looks like we got a biopic for Snoop Dogg in the works, guys. I mean, this is really cool. This is intriguing. And to me, I mean, I know we've had some biopics of rappers, like there was the Biggie and the Tupac and stuff like that. Those all feel cliche. I mean, there was the Get Rich or Die Trying biopic with 50 Cent, who starred 50 Cent, which was really good for how bad it really should be. But yeah, so you don't see these things a lot of times. So this is very interesting. Plus, man, I mean, who don't love Snoop Dogg, man? I mean, Snoop Dogg is also a culturally marijuana heavy
just
guy,
all around icon.
We know him heavily in so many different industries outside of rap, not just marijuana but comedy, right? This dude's a comedian, like he's hilarious. He pops up in cameos now, right?
Yeah, right.
Beach Bum. He was a Beach Bum, right? He's always got these great little cameos.
Got a cookie show with Mark
that you never expect. So yeah, he's really expanded what he's doing. He was also the highest paid person on Cameo for like the last 3 or 4 years. He's no longer on Cameo because he has actually so much work now that he doesn't need to, make videos telling people happy birthday for $500 a pop anymore. Good for you, Snoop Dogg. I'm glad that you're making a biopic. I'm glad that you're doing this all in house. I'm glad that you're keeping it all culturally appropriate and choosing these black directors and these black writers. And I can't wait to see. The most exciting part of this to me is going to be who the hell plays Snoop Dogg. Very interesting question. But that being said, I would have never guessed Daniel Radcliffe would play Weird Al, and he did it. So Yeah, Lucas, you're hearing this. Tell us what you think, man. What are your thoughts about your boy Snoop D-O-double-G?
Well, I was just thinking, right as you said that, I would not put it past Snoop Dogg to play himself.
I wish.
Just de-age him.
Yeah.
You know, I would be okay with that if that were to come to it, but I am also very intrigued. I don't think that's the way they're gonna go, and so I think it's gonna be awesome to see how that, you know, who it is and how they work together. Because like with Elton John and Taron Egerton when he did Rocket Man, right?
Sure.
They worked together. And
It was a great film.
exactly, and his performance too is awesome.
That's the best part of the film.
So, yeah, I'm very excited to see that. Snoop Dogg's been around, done it all.
92,
man,
since the year I was born is when
Right.
his first album dropped.
What hasn't he seen? You know, right? And I don't know. I'm very excited for this. The more I think about it, I just found out about it when I walked in the door, pretty much. You know, but yeah, I think this is gonna be awesome. I was reading an article, whatever, that was talking about not just Death Row Pictures, but also Universal. Said Universal was the ones that did Straight Outta Compton
Sure.
and 8 Mile.
Right.
So I think that's what he's talking. Not just Death Row production, Death Row Pictures.
But somebody that gets
Universal.
it in that way, right? I understand.
Right, and you know, it's awesome. I think if it's done right, and clearly he's chosen great people for it. I mean, Joe Robert Cole wrote Black Panther 1 and 2. Yeah, co-wrote at least, and then the director too. Awesome, man. I think it's gonna be awesome. I cannot wait to see it.
You got any dream castings for Snoop Dogg? I'm gonna put this out into the world. I know it'll never happen. But Robert Downey Jr. We bring him back in the blackface. We put him in some like real tall shoes.
I don't know. My vote's for you, man. I want to see you do it. I think you could do it.
It's either that or Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen would make a great Snoop Dogg just because he would be able to smoke the amount of marijuana that they need him to on set.
Well, that's going to be a part of
right,
it too,
that's going to be the other thing. You know, it can't just be a regular actor. It's got to be a dude that's like a heavy stoner, right? So, who's better than Seth Rogen? Yeah. Plus,
Snoop
those
Dogg
dudes are
himself.
homies.
Yeah,
they're often on each other's little podcasts and stuff, right?
Smoking all
rolling
the time.
up. Yeah, I remember seeing one where he went on Snoop Dogg's podcast and he brought a cross joint, and Snoop Dogg had never had a cross in his life. He's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And shit. Like, it was hilarious. Another thing Snoop Dogg's been doing that I love is broadcasting fights for the UFC. He was doing temporarily, and then he was doing the stuff with the white chef lady. That shit was hilarious.
Stewart.
Yes,
See,
the
you know
stuff
what
with him and Martha was hilarious.
I was thinking about this when you were talking about Cameo as well, right? How he doesn't do it anymore because he doesn't need to. Man, he was just doing the side hustle so he could buy Death Row Productions.
right.
Just so he could do this. And now he's like, sorry, y'all, I'm a big timer now.
Well,
Like,
he was also doing this thing where he would basically do the David Tenenbaum or whatever his name, David Tenen, whatever, for the Netflix documentary nature series. He would do those, but do his own voiceover on it, and it was hilarious.
Some
He'd
birds
be like,
and shit. Yeah,
right? He'd be like, damn, that cheetah fucking it up. Damn, cheetah's scary.
I think I've seen clips of this
you've
now.
definitely.
I
It was
totally
like going
thought
around
that-
on
I
TikTok
thought-
and all that
okay,
shit
yeah.
at one point, and it was hilarious. Like, that's who better. They should make a whole series with that. I mean, that's hilarious,
Snoop's
man.
Planet.
Snoop's
Snoop
Planet. Come on.
Planet
Give me
Snoop.
that. I'll take that over the biopic.
Planet
But give me the biopic, right?
Do both. Do
I'm
it all,
glad
man.
it's Universal. That means we're going to see this thing in theaters, probably guaranteed.
Heck yeah.
So that's good to know. And it's going to be fun to see Snoop on the big screen portrayed in a way we haven't seen him, because a lot of the young crowd and young people that know Snoop now know Snoop in the way he was, but Snoop was a gangster, man. Snoop was a thug. Snoop was just like
on the block for
just
sure.
like Ice Cube and just like anyone else. You know, Snoop went hard, and I think you're gonna see some of that stuff in here too. And I think that will be very interesting to a crowd, like I said, that just knows him as this like funny, goofy kind of pothead dude. But yeah, very interesting, guys. Let us know down in the comment section below what your thoughts are on this stuff with Snoop Dogg, the biopic, Universal doing it, death row pictures, Suge Knight somewhere rolling in his grave. I'm pretty sure he's still alive, but whatever. Yeah, definitely let us know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below.